Okay, guys, today we're going to work on subtracting decimals. Your objective for today is that you can subtract numbers with decimals in it. So it's very similar to yesterday with with our addition. Your basic thing is you need to, again, stack it up according to the place value and line those decimal points up. So we're going to get started with our first example here. So if I had 83 tenths, and so sometimes you might have it in unit form, minus 6 and 4 tenths. So remember, the first thing also is you always put the first number on top. That's one rule with subtraction is we can't switch them around. So I need to write this in standard form, 83 tenths or 8 and 3 tenths. Put my minus sign, line my decimal points up, and then I'm going to subtract. And then we subtract regular. I think, well, can I do 3 minus 4? If I only have 3 things, right? Can I take 4 away from it? I cannot. So I need to go into the ones column and regroup. I'm going to take 1 from here. That means I'm left with 7 of them. And I'm going to take one of those one and I'm going to bring it over here and make it 13. That's 10 tenths, right? So now I have 13. Now I can do 13 minus 4, and that is going to be 9. And I can do 7 minus 6, and that is going to be 1. And I bring my decimal place down. Again, if you need help with your figuring out where you need to put those things on the chart, you can use your place value chart, remember? And it says 83 tenths. That means the 3 has to be in the tenths, right? And the 8 goes next to it. And then I would just do my 6.4, and same thing, you can subtract on the actual place value chart. Okay, let's try another one. What if I had 9 and 2 tenths minus 6 ones, 4 tenths? So what does that look like as a number? So first I need to put it into standard form. So I'm going to do my 9 and 2 tenths. I'll put my minus sign. Now I have 6 ones. This is the ones place. And 4 tenths. So I line my decimal place up. Again, I think I have 2 things. Can I take 4 from 2? I cannot. I only have 2 fingers there, right? So I have to go to the ones and regroup. That leaves me with 8 ones. And 8 ones is the same as 10 tenths. So I'm adding 10 tenths to the 2, which leaves me with 12 tenths. So 12 minus 4 is 8. And 8 minus 6 is 2. So my answer is 2 and 8 tenths. And again, if you needed to, you can do that on top of your place value chart. Okay, let's try some with actual, just using the standard number. So if the number was 0, let's see, 831 thousandths minus 292 thousandths. It's already in standard form. So again, we just are going to stack it up. Start with the first number. That goes on top. The second number goes on the bottom, always. That is your biggest thing you need to remember, and your subtraction sign. So now I'm going to do 1 minus 2. Well, I cannot do 1 minus 2, so I'm going to regroup from the hundredths here. This becomes 2 hundredths, and now I have 11 thousandths. Well, 11 minus 2 is 9. I have 2 minus 9. I cannot do that, so again, I'm going to go over here and be left with 7 tenths, and now I have 12 hundredths. So 12 minus 9 is 3, and 7 minus 2 is 5. And I bring my decimal. So my answer is 539 thousandths. Okay, let's try one more where you have to practice lining up your decimals. So we'll say I had 6 minus 48 hundredths, right? So I'm going to put 6, remember 6 decimal 0, 0, and 0.48. You have to remember that you can add that there. So I'm going to show you on the place value chart how to do that. I cannot take from 0. I cannot take from nothing. So I have to come all the way over here. I'm going to take from this ones. They'll be left with 5, right? And then I'm going to bring that. That means 10 tenths. I'm going to take from the 10 tenths to bring this to 10 tenths. And this is left with 9. So remember that across zeros, you can't just start putting 10s and 9s everywhere. You have to just go place value column by place value column. 10 minus 8 is 2. 9 minus 4 is 5. Sorry there for a sec. and 5 minus 0 is 5. So my answer is 5 and 52/100ths. Okay, so if you're struggling with those ones, again, let's try this on a place value chart. So 6, so that means let me move that over there. So 6, I have 6 ones, and this is 48/100ths. Well, this would come in here as 48. So all I need to do is put in the zeros as the placeholders, showing that there's nothing in that, and then you can subtract across your zeros. So this is what you're going to be doing today, subtraction with decimals.